Tuesday. Thank you all for being here and in person so we can give you all this wonderful information. So go ahead and start with please silencing your cell phone so everyone can hear all of the updates and conversations, whether they are watching from home or in person. So I know we do have a couple resident updates and announcements, so we'll start with our lovely lady in the red hat over here.
You remember this hat, don't you? The last time I wore it, I asked you for something. Do you remember what it was?
Money.
It was cookies. And it was special cookies. Cookies with no nuts. Right, for the health center. So today I'm asking again for something for the health center, but it isn't cookies. Residents there like to look at magazines, read them, look at them, cut out pictures and stuff. So I'm asking if you would like to donate some magazines. We'll get a box for you in the mailroom, and I'll take them over on Fridays. Now, if somebody wants to get a box for me and label it so people don't think it's trash, that would be great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. I think we can handle getting her a box labeled, huh, Ginger? So we just want to make sure you know they're not trash and they're not for you, they're for health care. But please donate. We appreciate it. Any other announcements? No? Okay. Well then, just your favorite weekly reminder to please return these luggage carts. We have lots of these items in those service areas and we want them to be for everyone's use. So we appreciate you working with us on that. So a little announcement from Amy. So it looks like she's getting lots of calls about the stairwells, myself as well. So I just have to remind myself and everyone, let's just put in work orders, and I'm continuing to work with them to make sure we keep these on our preventative maintenance schedules. They are one of the wonderful assets of our community. They're usually very clean and look really good. So if you have any issues that you do see in a stairwell, just a reminder to place a work order, and we will get that taken care of. So just a reminder, we are still working on the north building main elevator. We've got about a couple more weeks that one will be down. That one had the most extensive work, so that one will be about 5 to 6 weeks versus the 4 weeks. So a little bit longer. Please continue to use the RS or M-wing elevators in the meantime while we finish getting that one refurbished. So just a little update from our plant operations. We had Chris out a couple days last week. He is back feeling better, so thank you for your patience in that time. It was a little unexpected, but we'll make sure if there's anything outstanding, we'll get that taken care of for you. But we have about 110 completed work orders and about 48 are still open, so they're continuing to work through all of those. We did switch our fire monitoring company from Piper Fire to CSS. We were having significant delays in getting them out, so we did go ahead and switch companies. So far, it's been a much better experience. It is such an important, integral part of our plant and our operations, so it was a necessary vendor switch. We did replace that strike plate in the middle door in the M-wing, so that should be working and functioning now. We had 4 new HVACs, so those are new ACs on new unit turnovers for residents. We did have the marketing office, that is a 10-ton HVAC. We had that one replaced. It was up in the attic and we've now installed a new one because it was quite aged. So we needed to get that taken care of. So that's why we had that other lift out there last week for that. APG did replace the circuit breaker in the south boiler room. And we just wanted to remind, it looks like they have changed the location. We are still doing the maintain with maintenance right after Tuesday Talk, but they're doing it in the South Grand Lobby. I guess that was a request from some of you all, that way that everyone can hear the questions and the feedback of the meeting. So if you are interested in that maintain with maintenance, head on over to the South Grand Lobby after Tuesday Talk updates. That way you can connect with the plant operations team about anything you might have for them. We are continuing to work on those 2026 CapEx projects. Our next is going to be the cooling towers. We want to get those done before summertime. There is some significant work that needs to be done with those. We have the south kitchen flooring that is also a project that needs to be done for safety. And then we will be doing the fourth aspect of the paving, the fourth and the last paving. That will be later on this year when it cools down a little bit. That is not to be confused with the current repaving over here by the R wing, but this will be the fourth aspect and the last portion that we will be doing. That'll be later on in the year. And then I know that the South Service elevator was down for a little bit. We do have that one back up. So that one should be functioning as of about 30 minutes ago. Real-time updates. So we have lots of new employees in our team and on our team. So we've got some new associates that are starting in our sales, as well as Mrs. Delta Murray. She is our RN-IHS medication management nurse. So she's actually started with us, and she will be working with Shantae, getting some training. Our regional will come out and get her nice and acclimated and make sure we can support her and give her a warm welcome to our community and to our team. So she'll be here with IHS to help with any medication management needs that you might have. And so with that, Shantae is also wanting to spend some time with you all. She is doing an egg decorating event. She's going to do that on April 3rd, 2026 from 2 to 3 p.m. in the Grand Lobby South. So she just wanted to spend some time with you, come out, hang out with our IHS team, and do some fun crafting and decorating. So again, that is the April 3rd, 2 to 3 in Grand Lobby South. So just a little updates from our health center with Kyle over there. We currently do not have any active COVID or flu in the assisted living or skilled nursing facility. Right around this time it usually starts to warm up, so a lot of that we do see subside. But we will of course report if anything changes on that. We did have a meeting with our renal cardio that has been rescheduled for the 10th of April. That is an initiative and some efforts that we are working on in healthcare. So we did have that one rescheduled. We are still, this position is such a hard position. It is a certified dietary manager. It is mandated by the state to be a certified person. And it is somebody that is in skilled nursing, and they have to have a specific licensure to work in that setting to know the various diets and various nutrition. So we are still actively interviewing for that. We actually have 2 candidates we're looking at this week and hoping to make a decision by the end of the week, as that position's been open for a couple months now. But that happens to be what Dustin is. Dustin is a certified dietary manager, so he has been assisting us until we get that position filled. But we are still working on that with the last 2 candidates for this week. And then we are continuing to work on a marketing plan strategy for our other assisted living communities, just for our skilled nursing to be a partner with some of them. Obviously, our skilled nursing stays nice and full, which is a good problem, and as well as our assisted living, but it's always good to have partnerships in the community that we can work together with. So that is something that we're also working on to make sure that skilled nursing remains full. That's important and at occupancy. So just a reminder, we're off to a fantastic start for 2026. We have a budget of about 14 new sales, and we are possibly looking at 19. So very exciting, lots of new residents, lots of new people. So I can't make you, and I know that this is your home, and some of you don't like to do it, but we really do highly encourage the name tags. It just really helps you, it helps the team, it helps the other residents to really get to know who everyone is. You don't have to wear it forever, but maybe just when you first move in, or maybe just in general, as much as possible, because it really does help them to get to know who you are. I know some residents say, I don't want to. That's fine. However, it's helpful if you do. That's all. That's my soapbox. So just another reminder, I know this comes up every so often, so we must be having issues with it again. But please just remember to check in daily between the 5 and 9:59 by pressing that blue button in the primary bathroom. When you don't check in, we do want to make sure we're safe, so we usually send a person up to your apartment. We know you can forget sometimes, but we do ask that you try to make this a daily habit. It really is just for us to ensure your safety and accountability as to where you might be.
How long do you press the button?
How long do you press the button again, Betsy? Few seconds. 10 seconds. Let's do 5 to 10 seconds. Got it. The installer says 5. More than one. More than one. Mash it for a minute. So just a reminder, we do have the durable medical equipment and repairs with the Pinellas Medical Supply. Jared Scallions, he is the owner, will be here on Thursday the 26th at 1 p.m. in the Grand Lobby South. So Kelly said flyers were sent out to your mailboxes last week. You can fill those out and return them to her, but he can help you with any of that equipment, walkers, wheelchairs, etc. And again, he will be here Thursday the 26th at 1 p.m. in Grand Lobby South. So I've already started getting this information, so thank you for that. But LCS, as innovative as they are, has an additional tool that we've rolled out. It is a new survey system, that's it. A new survey system powered by AI, which is artificial intelligence. So it is not a real person, it is a chatbot. So when you call that number, it takes all of your feedback, and it's actually quite accurate. I get it all to the platform. I'm able to log in, and it shows all of the feedback. It is anonymous, so if you want it to be anonymous, it is, or if you want to put your name, you can too. But it is that phone number, and you can call it whenever. It's convenient for you. They're going to ask some questions. This first rollout is about dining, so it's going period by period of various aspects of our community. So the first rollout has been last week till probably about another week or so, actually until the 26th of Thursday of March. And it'll go from dining to another department, to another department, to another department. But all of that is completely anonymous, and it is in real time, and I get all of that feedback to a database that I'm able to log into with the alerts. So we know we put all of those in your boxes. We have the phone numbers posted. So we do encourage you to participate in that, just because your opinion's important. We want to keep a good pulse on your happiness and your satisfaction and any comments or feedback that you have. So please do utilize that platform, because that helps us. And right now the topic is dining, so that's a great time for us to continue working on that aspect of our community for you. So please again, call that phone number and give us that feedback. And I meet with Ricky and the dining team every Wednesday in what's called analytics, and we're going to sit down and go over that feedback, as well as some other things that we're working on in the food and beverage program. So every Wednesday I meet with him and Todd and Dustin, and we'll go over that feedback as well as the other items that we're working on. So thank you in advance for your participation. So as we mentioned, there are currently no COVID updates in any of our communities, so it is our goal and intention to keep it as such. And then food and beverage, of course, they are remaining busy as always. They've got their chef table on Wednesday the 25th, April 8th, and April 22nd. Food and wine on the 31st. Passover dinner on April 7th. Wanted to remind about the Afternoon Delight in the Brick and Vine. They are doing a wine club on the 14th, the beer club on the 21st, and then a pop-up this Thursday. They are serving sausage and peppers. And Ricky went on a very long, passionate dissertation this morning in our directors meeting about how he hopes everybody comes out more, because we didn't have a whole lot at the last pop-up. So he just wants everybody to come out and enjoy the beautiful weather and all of the food. So we do encourage you, as you know, if you're not new to Florida, we have a couple more weeks before it's unbearable. So please do enjoy the beautiful weather and these pop-ups while it's still lovely out. So a little bit, I know, Ginger always has the best photos. Activities this week, of course, Tuesday the 24th, presentation of History of Safety Harbor, 2 p.m. in the Town Hall. Wednesday the 25th, Touchstone Jewelry, 10 a.m. in South Lobby area. Thursday the 26th, entertainment with the band, Rewind, at 7 p.m., Town Hall. And then Friday the 27th, writing your memoirs class at 2 p.m. in the MRS room, South Building, 4th floor. And then Saturday, we have trivia game night at 7:30 in Grand Lobby South. So just a little information. We're super excited, but also bummed. But Mark is going to be taking a leave of absence to pursue this amazing opportunity as a congressional intern. So we're going to be working with him to continue offering service in dining and, of course, our tech support that we just rolled out with him. I did, so we just rolled out IT with Mark. But this was such a wonderful offer. So as you can see the letter on behalf of the Office of Congressman Gus, oh my gosh, Bilirakis, I am pleased to offer you a position as a congressional intern. So we're so happy for him. We're so proud of him. We're not losing him forever, but he will be stepping away just a little bit while he pursues that. So super excited for him, and we'll continue kind of working through that schedule. So if you see that just a little bit more limited, that's why. But make sure you offer your support, because that's exciting stuff. And then just a little, I know we always like to show these, but we do these every month or so, every quarter. These are just the fun cards. So each department runs around and gives us snacks and free gifts and candies and shakes and all kinds of good stuff. So just thanks to our marketing, EBS, and finance team, they did a St. Patty's Day swag and goodies fun card. So it gave us lots of cookies and suckers and the luck of the Irish. So I know that Ginger's gotten some of this information out, but it is that time again to pump it up for Parkinson's. So please help us join the fight for Parkinson's. Sign up for a 15-minute slot on our New Step, our treadmill, or our stationary bike, or walk a mile around the community. Sign-ups are in the fitness center, and our challenge begins at 8:30 and ends at 5 on Thursday, April 9th. So let's all help this cause, and it'll give us a chance to win some free gym equipment. But they are looking to get a nationwide goal of 50 million steps, and they need your help to raise awareness of the benefits of exercise for those living with Parkinson's disease. So please do come out, participate. We will be doing a cocktail party. Theme will be Purple for Parkinson's. So we'll have all that out, but we do encourage you to participate so we can help that cause. Hey, boys. So a little bit of sales updates. Our next event is actually Thursday, April 9th at 11 a.m. It is called The Scoop. It is on life care versus rental. I know that can be a very, very complex topic, and it's one of my favorites because it goes over exactly what we do versus what a standard rental company does. So always love that one, and I think it's such great information for new people that are interested in our structure and our type of community. As I mentioned, we are more than on track for our 14 goals, so continuing to work with that. And just reminding you about picking your neighbors through our resident referral program. We pay you $3,000 to pick your friends and your neighbors, so just remember that and refer anybody you think that would love living here. So just a little updates from the blue team. They are winding down. They are continuing to go through. They are finished in the south building with the vinyls that they were replacing, and they have moved into the north building. They are on the R wing. Started on the 5th floor and working down currently on the 3rd and 4th. So if they did not visit your apartment, that's because you were not on the list from the ones that they observed being damaged after the hurricane. But they are going through and winding down a lot of the different projects that they are working on, but still have a couple that we have in progress or that will be starting soon. So just a little update. So there's been lots of changes. As we mentioned, we discussed Health Peak has now created the Janus Living REIT. And you know we've had multiple investor visits in the last couple of weeks since that. With that, so there is Health Peak, our owners, and then there is Life Care Services, our management company. We've had a little bit of changes in both. So Life Care Services has had some wonderful acquisitions. So they've had some corporate restructuring where my boss, Sherry Robinson, has now been promoted to VP of our portfolio. So we're very excited for her, very proud of her. But I, of course, am losing her, essentially. She's going to be the senior VP over this entire portfolio. I have it up here. But essentially, I will now be answering to Ty Morgan. Ty Morgan will be the DOM, or what they call the COD, which is the Corporate Operations Director over Regency Oaks. So as you can see, Mary Mackey is still the regional of her communities. E.A. Fettner got a couple additional communities. There is a new regional that has been brought to our portfolio, Jacob Elliott. And now Ty Morgan will be responsible for the regional aspect of Regency Oaks. So super excited for Sherry and her promotion. She took Jill Sorensen's position. You remember Jill? She lived here for a while. Jill Sorensen actually took over the V merger. So she's transitioned to the V merger. She's still with Life Care Services. Sherry was promoted to take Jill's position, and now Ty's been promoted to take Sherry's position. Clear as mud?
Yeah.
Tried to at least give you the flow chart of all of that. So just so you know, you will not see Sherry as much, but you will start seeing Ty Morgan more. And I asked him for his bio, he is updating it for you. So I will get that out to you so you have a little bit of information about him. He has actually been my mentor since I was hired, and he is the executive director at Cypress Village. So he will still be the executive director at Cypress Village, but will also be responsible ultimately to deal with me and Regency. Lucky him. I think I'm easy. So again, as we discussed some of the changes, the Janus Living. So Health Peak Properties and Janus Living announced the closing of Janus Living initial public offering. So as of the 23rd, yesterday, Health Peak Properties, which is DOC on the stock exchange, and Janus Living, which is JAN, on the stock exchange, announced that Janus Living has completed its initial public offering, 48,030,000 shares of its Class A1 common stock, which includes this exercise in full by the underwriters at a price to the public of $20 per share. Essentially, lots of stock talk. The net proceeds from the offering were approximately $878 million. After deducting the underwriting discount and estimated expenses payable, Janus Living expects to use the net proceeds received from offering to pursue acquisition and investment opportunities. So, as discussed, as we mentioned, Health Peak is still our owner. They have created the Janus Living REIT, and that Janus Living REIT will be 100% dedicated to their senior living portfolio, and that means additional acquisition and investment opportunities for us. So, wanted to share that information with you. I know we've mentioned it a couple times. We will be called Janus Living, but we will still be within the Health Peak structure. Again, clear as mud.
Clear as mud.
It's It's a lot of information. If you have any questions, you can come see me. You can sign up on the Health Peak page for their updates. At the very bottom, it'll say subscribe. I get them every day. Now, of course, Janice Living. You can check them out. They're JAN on the stock exchange. And just a lot of really exciting stuff for us. So that just means really a dedicated entity to our senior housing aspect, our senior living, with additional investment in capital opportunities. So lots of really great stuff happening. So with all of that, just a couple updates on my end. Continuing to work on the design for the north and the south dining rooms. As we discussed, that elevator North Main is in progress. We have not forgotten, we are still waiting the determination with insurance on our window washing with Blue Team. So I should get some updates tomorrow on our Wednesday call. We are refinishing the repaving near the R-Wing, so we'll get that date communicated. We have not forgotten about the landscaping. That invoice is currently being scrutinized by insurance, so we can begin that work shortly. And as I mentioned, with all of the regional changes, Sherry Robinson, our now VP, and Ty Morgan will be out to visit on April 6th and April 7th, and they will attend Tuesday Talk. So you'll have an opportunity to meet Ty. Again, he's been at Cypress Village about 13 years now. I will be sharing his bio once he gets that to me, but he will be our new DOM responsible ultimately. He'll be visiting much more, so you'll see him. And then Sherry will go to her VP role, and I might see her a couple times a year. So she hired me, so I'm I'm gonna miss her. But we'll still be working with her, and just really excited for her growth. So with that, and we mentioned this last week, but LCS, we have quite a few initiatives that we're rolling out. So we're kind of throwing a lot at you, right? The Pumpkin Up for Parkinson's, the Memo Make feedback. We're doing a reviews contest and sales. Just lots of fun stuff going on. So we appreciate all of the cooperation and collaboration with all of that. So with all of that, I know it's a lot. I gave you a mouthful, huh? Any questions you have for me? Otherwise, remember, Maintain with Maintenance is going to be next door. Any questions?
Yes, I just wanted to clarify when you're talking about partnerships with other communities in the area for higher level of care, I assume. Are you talking about right in this area or?
Usually, yes. Usually the communities that are close to us, we want them to refer their residents to our skilled nursing.
Okay, but if your overflow here in ours, and we have someone in our family who needs more care, are you suggesting that we still have to go 20 or 30 miles down the road, or?
That really depends. I mean, again, this is something that we're starting to work on, so we don't really have a whole lot in place, but that would be something that you would meet with us and we can determine how far you do want to go. That depends on where your family is, that depends on where you are, but we are working on partnerships near us. That way we can have that collaboration back and forth. That is not to be confused with your contracts and you transferring and all that. This is talking about healthcare partnerships. Skilled nursings refer to assisted livings. Assisted livings can refer to skilled nursings. So it's a little different.
Thank you.
Will you have flyers to maybe give to other communities?
Once we get to that point, yes. Mm-hmm. She asked if we will have flyers. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a lost and found department for this room?
For which room?
Town hall.
For the town hall. Lost and found is at the front desks. If there's anything, just return it to the front desks.
Okay, could I?
Building.
Both. Either one. Yep.
Barbara, we found your purse
Oh.
from last night at bingo.
Well, that's good.
And Christian took it to the north desk.
Oh, thank you.
So there's your lost and found.
There you go. Look at that process, right in place.
I'm just
Thank
wanted to
you.
mention, Lindsay, I love all the new floors out on the cement and everything, but they are really showing a lot of dirt. And people spill coffee on there. There's if you go out and just look at it, it doesn't look attractive. It's been there for a few weeks, and I'm just wondering if it could get on the schedule to be washed every.
Yeah, so we do have it on a schedule and we are working on that piece, but right now it is pollen season, so it's making it much worse than it normally would be. But yes, we do have it on a schedule and we will have it on a more frequent schedule. Yes, ma'am. Any other questions? Okay, remember, actually Chris is back here, so if you want to follow him to Grand Lobby South for anything work order related, he can help you there. Appreciate you all for coming.